Hello.
How are you?
Hello, I'm great.
You will be interviewing for fanlala.com.
All
All right, you will be holding it. I will be off camera.
Oh, okay.
All right, am I good standing here? Yeah, you're good. Perfect.
La 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 la.
There we go. We like that. Nice little intro.
Ready? We ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
Perfect. All right, ready?
I'm ready.
All right, what have you seen so
Ready,
far?
set, go.
What have you seen so far?
Fan la 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 la.
What surprised you like the biggest this season so far?
Well, so far, I mean, the biggest number tonight was for me was Jenna and Tucker in that contemporary number by Travis Wall. I'm just so surprised I wasn't bawling my eyes out, but I wanted to say I was really holding it back as hard as I can because I had a lot to say about it. I just thought visually it was just the most mesmerizing number that we've seen in a while. It was just spectacular, and I'm sure, like Nigel said, this is going to be nominated for an Emmy next season.
Now, what was the most heartbreaking thing about the two eliminations for you guys?
Well, definitely the most heartbreaking thing was Blueprint. That was not my choice. I hate to say it, but it was Curtis. As much as I love Curtis and I think he's adorable, I don't think he took a note for weeks. I went back throughout all of his work since he's been on the show, and he hasn't had a stand-up moment that you could scream about. I really liked the African jazz number that Blueprint did outside of his style, and nobody can do what that cat can do when he freestyles. I want to come back as him. So I'm devastated over Blueprint leaving the show tonight. I really am, and was just hoping he could be in another week and then possibly keep growing until he could have another moment like that African jazz number that he did.
Now, do you think there's anything, like, what would you like to see some of the couples, some of the dancers do that you haven't seen them do yet? Or, like, what do you think they could potentially pull out? Any of them?
Well, for sure. You know, one of the hardest dances as well, besides quick step, is certainly the foxtrot. They don't even have it on the show very often because it's so difficult to make look good in a short period of time. Even though the modern day foxtrot's very jazzy, so I'm hoping that they'll bring that back. Another dance in the Latin dances that we haven't seen is the rumba, which is also, it's another dance that's very difficult to do. If they do put it in the show, they might whip it out in the finale. But right now, we still have a ballroom girl in there that's one of the top of her field. She's a United States champion in the under 21. So hopefully, maybe she could pull out a rumba because she'd be about the only one that could really do it justice right now.
And then for people that don't know, for viewers that aren't sure, what is the hot tamale train?
Oh, come on now. Everybody knows exactly what that is. No. The hot tamale train is reserved for like the best dancers. When I put somebody on the hot tamale train, that means that I believe that they could be in the finale. If I give them first class tickets, that's definitely, I'm putting you into the top 4. Usually if I just say you're on the train without the tickets, that means you're definitely in the top 10. So we're closing in on that real fast. I haven't given any first class tickets. I should have tonight. I just forgot. I think definitely Amy and Fiction needed first class tickets. I just got carried away with what I was saying.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much.
For the rest of the season.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Dave. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
How's it going, Jonathan?
Good tonight in
Hi,
the sense
Dave.
that she recognized.
All right, so we're just gonna do a. Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. All right. Oh, fan la la. It's fun to say, and it's easy. It's great around Christmas. People always do the fa la la thing. So, all right, just a couple quick questions. Now, tell us about both of the dances that you guys worked on tonight.
We had the quick step and we had the jive and the quick step.
That's right. And then, just for the people that may not have seen the show, what was it like in general? Just for both of the couples, like what was it?
It's very difficult to do ballroom dancing when you're not a ballroom dancer. The things we take for granted we can do blindfolded backwards and in our sleeve. Fine. It's the hardest for the dancers to do that are non-ballroom dancers. The tricks they're fine with. It's the simple things that make it an easy transition from A to B. I think both of our couples did a fantastic job tonight. We're so proud of them.
And now, when you're in the studio, normally have a week in between shows. Like, what is it like just in that entire week that you guys have to work? Like, how many hours are you in there for?
As many hours as we can. We are
Yeah, we have to be
choreographing and
creative.
trying to be as trying to fine tune it as much as possible to the last second.
Perfect. And if there's any advice that you might have for up and coming dancers that might want to be in the show or just dance in general, what advice would you want?
Dance their asses off. Excuse my French, will you bleep that out? Take lessons.
Especially ballroom dances. If you haven't had any ballroom lessons, partnering, taking a dance hold, taking frame, how to make a
Take
connection,
frame.
how to
Please
hold
take
position.
frame.
I mean, those are really key
And
elements.
learn how to move in frame. Really
And
important.
synchronicity with your feet and everything.
And you know what? We've been on this show since season 2. The dancers say it looks so easy, but then when they have to do it, they're freaking out. They freak out.
So yeah, that would be the one definite advice: is take those lessons, go to class, find out about.
If you're a ballroom
There's
dancer,
22 different
take
ballroom
jazz,
dances.
Take ballet, take
That's right.
contemporary.
What are you guys' favorite dances to do?
Well,
Whatever one they're dancing the best is our favorite dancers to do. Now, music really inspires us, and we have a great piece of music, and we search. We're inspired. So, I forgot the question.
I think my favorite dance to choreograph would be the rumba. It's really sensual. It's slow. It's jazzy. It's awesome.
And I like a great salsa or a cha-cha.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys very much.
Thanks.
Did a good job tonight. I enjoyed watching. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. All right. Ready? Okay, cool. So what's your guys' most memorable experience just from the season altogether?
I would say the dancers here, because every dancer here inspired me and helped me get out of my shell and helped me have respect for all the other dance styles here. So I really have so much love and respect for everybody here.
Yeah, I mean, we're all such a big family. And then not only that, but just getting to work with such amazing choreographers and be around such amazing people is just such an experience in itself.
Now you guys are obviously very, very good. I loved watching you guys both on stage. What advice would you guys have for up and coming dancers who might want to get into what you guys were doing?
Just look at him.
I would say just stay positive and motivated, and whatever inspires you, grab that inspiration and just take it to a higher level, because nobody can stop you from doing you but you. So don't let anybody else tell you that you can't do anything or you can't do something, because you can do anything you want to. And that's basically what I live by.
And never listen to negativity. It's going to happen. It's going to be out there. But it just should push you harder, motivate you to do even better than you can and, reach limits that you never knew were possible.
I like that. Now, where do you guys want to take your dancing now that you guys are free to do whatever you want? Where do you guys want to take your dancing, I guess?
I'm going to go back to school for dance and train and get that more technical background and just try to audition, and wherever it leads me, and I just never want to stop dancing.
I'm just going to do what I've been doing before the show, shooting YouTube videos, doing gigs, doing shows, traveling with my crew, the fun things. So. Yes.
And then at the end of the show, Nigel had some very inspirational words about just taking a leap into the future. Just what do you want to do with I guess I just asked this question. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll move on. What's your favorite dance style? I guess.
Well, through the show, obviously, we're hip. Well, you're not. I mean, we're both hip hop style ish. I don't want to label him, but I fell in love with contemporary. It's just so heartfelt and so emotional that it's so much fun. I definitely want to do something like that.
Yeah, even though I didn't get to do it, ballroom. I love ballroom
He loves
to death.
ballroom.
I really wanted to do it, but I just do it at home. Grab my sister and be like, hey, let's do some ballroom real quick.
I gotta ask, where does the name Blueprint come from?
I actually came from my auntie when I was 12 years old. She told me, she gave me that name because everything I learned by myself, and I learned it visually. So it's kind of like looking at a blueprint and making a plan, building it.
And I think you can see that on the show. He's a very visual learner. He learns very fast.
Now, if you guys want to take the mic and look at the camera, could you guys say your names and you're watching Fan Lala?
Hi, I'm Mariah.
Oh, sorry.
It's right here.
Oh, okay. Hey, you're watching. Fan Lala.
You wouldn't be the first one.
Right.
Hi, I'm Mariah.
I'm Blueprint.
And you're watching
Fan La
La
La La
La.
La 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 La.
Perfect. Thank you guys very much. It was very nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. You're with Fan Lala.
Fan La La.
There we go. Awesome. Yeah.
Ready? All right. First of all, just tell us about your dance in general tonight.
Our dance was basically about just a relationship between me and him, and it was like the falls and the rises of a relationship. So we had a ladder that we would like slide down and such, and yeah, it was by Dee Caspery, and it was a contemporary piece.
Have you ever like used a prop as crazy as a ladder in any of your dances either?
No. The closest that we got was a lamp, but I think those are on 2 different levels.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was it like performing on a ladder? Like you know, you said that in your video prior to that you were like insanely afraid of heights. Like, did you have to get over your fear of heights for that one?
Yeah, honestly, the first few times that I went to the very top at the end, that was probably the scariest thing. And then they told me I was gonna hold on to the little wrist thing, and I was gonna turn around, and I was like, this is not happening right now.
What would you say was the hardest part about learning how to dance in this unusual way?
Just getting comfortable with it and still dancing through the movements instead of looking like you're afraid of the ladder. Because it's scary, it is scary, but once you learn how to move your body and you know that you won't fall, you get okay with it.
Awesome. Now, what's been your favorite moment of the season so far?
There's honestly too many to choose from. I hate that question. I can't answer.
I love dancing in the group routines because we all come together. We're just like a big family on stage, and the energy between everybody just lifts you up even more.
Yeah.
And then what's one piece of advice that you've gotten that stuck out, if that one's easier to answer?
From the judges?
Yeah.
Oh, shoulders, definitely. I just have to keep them down.
And if there's any like inspirational words that you would have for like up and coming dancers, you know, that maybe want to be on the show or just want to dance in general, what would you say to them if you were the ones to give that advice?
You want to go first?
You go first.
Okay. I would basically just say, like, go for it. Don't hold back at all, because I was really hesitant to even try out for the show, and look where I am now. So you just have to go for it, regardless of whether you think you're going to get to wherever you want to go or not. Just go for it and work as hard as you can.
Yeah, I would say fight for it. I would say to train hard and just enjoy the journey along the way, and don't look so much at the main picture, but enjoy everything that has to go with it.
And is there any dance that you haven't done on the show yet that you guys would like to do?
Is there something we haven't done?
Broadway. We haven't done Broadway
We
yet.
haven't done
That'll
Broadway.
be fun.
That would be fun.
And then where would you guys like to take your dancing after everything's said and done for the season?
Anywhere.
I'm still planning on going to college at Chapman University to be a dance major, so we'll see where that goes.
Anywhere.
All right, well, cool. Thank you guys very much. If you guys could just look at the camera and here, if you could take that, look at the camera, say your names, and you're watching Fan La La.
Okay. I'm Curtis.
And I'm Haley.
And you're watching Fan La La.
Nice to meet you. We're from Fan La La, so. Cool. All right. Now tell us about your dance that you guys did tonight. Just, you know, the theme and everything like that.
So we had a hip-hop number, and it was based off the 1930s era, and I played a model, and he played the photographer.
And like, tell us about like how you obviously had the camera pop incorporated in that. Just that had to add a level of difficulty into like the rehearsals and everything like that. Like, how long did it take before the rehearsals where you started? We're really getting this.
Probably the day of like today.
Today, yeah.
Today.
A couple hours ago.
Couple hours ago. I mean, definitely with props, it's always like adds that extra difficulty. But I feel like we in terms of the choreography, it was definitely difficult for us in the beginning because she's a contemporary dancer, I'm a Latin ballroom dancer, completely out of our style. But Dave Scott really helped us with just getting blended into the choreography and just feeling it. And it was very different from the choreography that's usually on the show because it was very like smooth and it was very sexy.
Yeah.
And it was really hard to get to it at first, but I feel like as we progressed, it got better and better.
Yeah.
Now you were wearing, like you guys were both wearing.
Oh my gosh,
had,
crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, you had some crazy stuff.
Shining. She was like a disco ball.
I was.
Does that ever get in the way when you're dancing?
Yeah, I mean those beads on my face were just like slapping me in the eyeball, like in my mouth. But it was so much fun. I love playing the character. I felt like a princess. 1930s princess.
What goes through your mind when you have to like take on a whole different character? Like how deep do you get into that character when you guys are doing?
I mean, we're literally in our own world whenever we're dancing, and we just need to like set that intention, and we do right before we go off into the stage. We just talk to each other and we say, you know, like, your character is this, my character is that, and we just need to be those characters because it has to be completely genuine. We can't fake it, or else it's obvious.
You want them to believe it.
Yeah.
And I also think like the costumes and the hair and the
Of
makeup,
course.
it really does help you feel like you are whatever you're trying
Yeah,
to
yeah.
portray. So I
That
think that
helps a
definitely
lot,
helps
yeah.
us. Yeah.
It adds an extra energy.
When
Yeah.
do you guys find out like what next week's dance is going to be?
We already did, but we can't tell you.
We find out after the show.
Yeah, we find out after the show.
Yeah.
Like, do you guys, like, how do you guys want to take the next step up? Because you guys, you know, blew everybody out of the water.
Well, thank you. I mean, you have to be open to every style when you're on the show because you never know what you're gonna get. I think we want something. I mean, since we had something groovy this week, I love doing hard-hitting stuff with him because I feel like we have a lot of adrenaline when we get on stage. So sometimes when we have slow dances, it's like hard for us because we have to like hold back a little bit. So I feel like if we have a hard-hitting routine, it'd be good for us. It'd be a good release or something for us. Yeah.
Just a release.
Yeah.
And if you guys, last question, if you guys could like take your dance, after everything's said and done, where do you want to take your dancing?
Oh my gosh.
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
I'm personally the type of person that just likes to take one step at a time, and everything happens for a reason. So I guess like whatever opportunities I get after the show, hopefully I'll be able to choose the best ones and just go towards something that I enjoy doing. So that's
I mean, same here. In this show, you learn that you just have to take, like he said, one step at a time because you never know if you're going to be here the week
never know.
after that. But this has definitely given me a lot of confidence. And I never imagined myself on a dance TV show ever. So commercial TV is something new that I'm totally would be open to after this. Yeah.
Thank you guys very much. Oh, can I get a soundbite actually really quickly? Names, and you're watching Fan Lala?
Yeah.
Fan Lala.
If you want to hold the microphone.
Sure.
Yeah.
My name's Mackenzie.
And my name is Paul.
And you're watching
Fan Lala.
That's fun to say. Fan Lala.
And nice to meet you, Dave. And we're with fanlala.com. All right.
Good.
Good. All right. Now, first of all, just tell us about your dance tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we had a hard time learning it at first, but we had so much fun out on the stage tonight.
Yeah,
So.
we had a little awesome hip hop routine from Dave Scott. We were finders. Aliens stole hip hop. We got it back.
Yeah, we
She
brought it
got
back.
it back. She brought it back.
Now, just like, what was it like getting into the mindset of the whole alien theme and everything like that?
I definitely think it was hard to relate to, but as soon as I put on that costume, I was like, yeah, I'm on another planet. Like, let's do it.
Yeah, when we were learning the dance, I felt it was a little difficult to connect to the characters, just because we were in our normal clothes. We weren't space fighters, finders, space invader fighters.
And now, like, when you put on a different costume for dancing, like, does it really affect, like, when you get into like something that you guys were wearing? Is it just like, oh, I'm gonna be dancing in this? Is it feel weird? Is it different, or just how?
Yeah,
do you
I mean, it definitely boosts everything. You know, the way you look, your confidence, the way you feel, the way you connect. So
Costumes
I think
are everything.
Yeah, wardrobe's amazing.
Yeah, wardrobe on Soybean dance is amazing.
Yeah.
When you go into a costume, you really become that character. So I think it always helps to be in a great costume.
Awesome. Now, where would you guys like want to take your dancing career after everything's all said and done on the show?
I mean, I wouldn't mind touring with Carly Rae Jepsen, but I'm just a huge fan. So.
I want to continue dancing, do some commercial work, maybe
Yeah,
join a
anything
different
really.
show.
Anything that has to do with dancing,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Anything dancing.
Perfect. Awesome. And if you could have any advice for future So You Can Dance stars, anyone who's like looking to go up and dancing, who would you? What would be the advice that you would give?
I would just mainly say be you and never hold back.
Yeah. Also, train in all other styles, just because this show requires so much. You need to know how to do everything.
Yeah.
So be versatile, take some classes, and never give up.
Awesome. And is there any dance that you guys have not performed yet that you would still really like to perform?
Together, this is our first time we're dancing together. So hip hop is the only thing we perform together.
Okay.
But I would like to get Broadway. I
would
think it'd
like
be
to.
fun.
I would like to get ballroom, because that's
like
my
ballroom.
style.
Perfect. Well, awesome. Thank you guys very much. If you could just take the mic really quickly, say your names.
Shout out.
Yeah, say your
or
names.
words to these.
No, we're not. Fan la la.
Fan la la.
Fan la la.
Two laws, one fan.
So we say, Melise and Ellen, we're
And you're
watching
watching
Fan La La.
Yep.
Okay. I'm Melise Miller.
I'm Alan Burston.
And you're watching Fan La La.
Perfect. Thank you guys. Really liked it today. It was very original. I haven't seen anything like it today, the whole puppet thing. So just tell us about the dance in general, like how it came to be and everything like that, like what inspired it.
Travis Wall, amazing choreographer by the way, he had a brilliant story and concept behind this that was really personal to him, but he shared kind of what he wanted us to be, but he pulled us both aside and wanted us to find a story for ourselves that we could relate to so we could really have emotion on stage. And so tonight we dedicated this to my aunt and my cousin. I had a cousin who was 14 and passed away, and she was my best friend at the time. And I was portraying my aunt in this vulnerable place where she was going through so much emotion and felt hopeless and lost. But then from the love of her family and others, she was able to be lifted up by the strength and hope which Tucker portrayed. And so that was what our story was about tonight. So.
Very nice. I just really like the story actually. And now, what do you guys like have planned for like upcoming weeks? Like, what dances have you not done that you would like to do in the future?
We have not done jazz, and we would love to get some jazz.
Yeah.
Have you guys talked over your routine? I'm not going to ask for any specifics, but have you guys like talked over your routine, what you would do if you got picked for jazz that week?
We'd kill it.
Nail it.
I don't know. I mean, we always try to find a special connection through our partnership. So.
And I think it's through our friendship that we find such a strong connection on stage. So
that's what we bring.
How has your dancing evolved this seasons from the beginning up until now?
Oh my goodness. I don't even know what kind of a dancer I was before the show. This
either.
show just brings out everything. It makes you such a hard worker. It makes
Yeah.
you push yourself to limits you've never been before. And it makes you a professional overall.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I am still a kid, but I feel like I came in here a young dancer, and after working with all these insane choreographers, I feel like I've kind of developed over just the amount of weeks.
Yeah.
What about you?
And with amazing dancers that you get to work with, I feel like them being so strong in their own style, being able to collaborate with them and push yourself alongside of them just makes you such more of a well-rounded dancer.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, when the lights go off and everything's all said and done, so you think your dance is over for the season, where would you guys like to take your dancing, in the future after all of this?
I don't know. I'm waiting to see the opportunities that unfold because I would love to do everything. I would love to go to Broadway, do a tour with amazing songwriters, singers, Katy Perry. I mean, I'm letting it be open, and I am willing to work for whatever.
I would love to do commercial work for sure. That's always been a goal behind my dancing career, but overall I just want to dance for Beyonce. I'm like, please Beyonce, see me on the show and pick me, please.
You're not the first one to say that tonight.
Oh my gosh.
Now you are obviously getting a lot of advice from the judges. What advice would you have for like dancing hopefuls up and comers who might want to be in future seasons and everything like that?
Never give up on yourself. There were times where I wanted to give up and just quit dance altogether, but if I did, looking back, where would I be now? And so I'm so grateful for the push that I had to continue in what I loved, and for my parents and their support. So just never give up, because you never know what could happen in your future.
Yeah, ever. And just to make sure that you take as many classes as you can, even in things that you don't feel comfortable in, because if you push yourself in the uncomfortable, it just makes you that much stronger of a dancer. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, just the last thing, if you could take the mic and say your names, and you're watching Fan La La into
Fan La La.
Okay.
I'm Jenna Johnson.
And I'm Tucker Knox.
And you're watching Fan La La.
Perfect, guys. Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you. All right. Let me know when you're ready.
All right, we're good to go.
Ready? All right. Now, what have you seen what did you see tonight that really surprised you the most?
The choreographers changing their decision at the end of the show surprised me the most on tonight's show.
I think seeing Mackenzie in the bottom three always surprises me. It's a bit like last season when I saw Eliana and Keon in the bottom three, and we were saving them, and thank goodness they went on to win the show. Hopefully Mackenzie will get herself out of the bottom three because she's an absolutely stunning dancer. I don't get it. I think, as I said, the choreographers changed from one person, one of the guys that they thought should go home, and changed it to Blueprint. And I was quite shocked at that. It wasn't something that I necessarily agreed with, but we take it by a vote, and I had to deliver the news. So we'll see. But I think the boys in general, the ones that we saw in the bottom three tonight, are all going to have to up their game. You know, remembering that it's a competition, they're up against Paul, they're up against Fiction, they're up against Aaron, and these kids are really going for it. Let's be honest about it. You know, they're remembering this as a competition, and they're bringing it every week. I'm not sure that, you know, Curtis did enough, or I'm not sure that Alan did enough, really.
Now, what made you guys choose Curtis over Blueprint just to go home?
You'll have to ask the choreographers that. I believe their feeling is that it's really difficult to choreograph Blueprint.
Now, if you could have any advice for any like up and comers that maybe want to be on the show next season, or just dancers in general, what would you tell them?
I think personality carries the day, along with good technique. We saw tonight Aaron and Jasmine do the quick step, which is a difficult routine for most dancers to do that haven't had ballroom training. And their personalities overshadowed the mistakes that they made with their feet. So it's really, really important. That charisma is what sells you on television. Whatever you're doing, whether you're singing, performing, or dancing. Charisma, charisma, charisma.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Fan Lala.
How are you
Love the
doing?
hair.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna be quick about this one.
Great.
You have a tour coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What we can expect on your tour?
I do have a tour coming up. It's going to be fun, I hope. I'm kind of trying to throw a big party. We're going to have a DJ open the tour, and then the Wanda Boys are joining me. Hot Shell Ray might come for some of them too. And we're looking to just put on a big celebration.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, can you just tell us about your experience on the show, judging the show and everything like that?
You know, it's very rare for me to get a little bit nervous, and I was very nervous because when they asked me to be a judge, I was like, well, I don't dance. I don't really know anything about that, but they kind of just said, you know, go in there, see what evokes some emotion in you, and who would you pick for, like, your own tour if you're going to select dancers, and that's kind of how I looked at it today.
Awesome. Can you tell us about what it was like working with Nigel and Mary tonight?
Oh, they're so sweet. Mary kept whispering things to me in between breaks, and she's adorable. And Nigel's just really classy. I like how he handles everything. Just even with the elimination, he's just polite about it, and I think that really speaks to his character.
Love your outfit.
Thank
What
you.
are your favorite fashions this summer?
I actually am really about like the blazer, shorts, blazer suit, and I've been obsessed with like Molly Ringwald's from Pretty in the Pink era for the last probably 6 months, so I'm incorporating anything that's a little bit vintagey and soft pastel-y into my summer look.
What are your 3 favorite songs right now?
Blurred Lines, number 1. Number 2, Day and Night, which is a song my boyfriend's working on, so no one's heard it other than me. And then number 3 would be, I think, Solange. Her whole EP is just kind of blowing my mind. So yeah.
Can we get one soundbite? Hey, this is Carly Rae Jepsen.
Charlie Rae. This is Charlie Rae Jepsen.
Carly Rae Jepsen. Be sure to check out Fan Lala Radio.
Yeah. Hey, this is Carly Rae Jepsen. Be sure to check out Fan Lala Radio. Great. Thank
Perfect.
you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Dave. Nice to meet you. We are from Fan Lala. So let us untangle this if we can. All right. Perfect. All right, first question. You guys obviously had what was called the most difficult dance of the night. What was going through your mind when you guys pulled the quick step?
It was going to be something really quick. Yeah.
I mean, we were really nervous. Neither of us have any ballroom experience, so
Yeah.
the minute that we pulled it, we were expecting the worst.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say that we also wanted to get some knowledge on the quick step, so we took a couple lessons just to go into it with some knowledge and pick it up.
Did it take any longer to pull together during the rehearsals or anything like that when you were in the studio?
Yes, it took a long time to pull together just because we're foreign to all the steps. So we didn't know if we were doing it right or wrong, and then just sequencing was hard for us. So
We're also foreign to the technique too. There's a completely different technique that you have to follow for ballroom in comparison to traditional dance. So we had a tough time, especially getting the footing. So it definitely did take longer.
What dance do you guys do? Each of you individually feel most comfortable, and why?
I would say contemporary because I'm a contemporary dancer. I also like hip hop, just because I've been doing that for the longest, and I'm just more comfortable with those styles of dancing. And yeah.
I would say tap, obviously, but then also we meet on middle ground with hip hop,
yeah.
so it's exciting.
What's the best advice that you've gotten this season so far from any of the judges?
I mean, I would just, from any of the judges, just leave it all out there. I mean, really, making yourself happy at the end of the day with your performance is really what we've all come down to getting.
Yeah, same thing, just performing, leaving our heart out there, and making the judges, our choreographers, and especially us proud.
Yeah. And then what have you learned about yourselves and your dancing style, in the weeks that you've been on this show?
Anything is possible to pull off. You just have to believe. It's all about how you're going into the style.
Yeah,
you can't have a negative approach about things, and it's possible, definitely.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Can you guys say your names when you're watching Fan Lala?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm Jasmine Harper.
Sorry.
Fan Lala.
I'm Jasmine Harper.
And I'm Aaron Turner.
And you're watching Fan Lala.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Dave, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. We are from Fan Lala.
Hi, Fan Lala. You guys just did something with Kent and Molly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
For Teen Beach Movie.
Yep. Yeah. Perfect. Awesome. Well, now you're going to be joining him. Ready? Awesome. Now, was it intimidating at all to be the first dance of the night, to kick off the show?
It's always scary, I guess, being the first, just because you don't have as much time to practice, right before you go on stage, because there's quick changes, but then it's cool because you don't have as much time to get nervous, and you don't have that much, you know what I mean? There's not sitting around, and the anxiety level isn't getting higher and higher, so it was good to just go right out and just get it done.
And the best part is once you're done, and so you can just watch a show and relax. So that's nice.
Yeah, definitely.
3-time gold medalist. The Olympics.
Yes, Olympics.
What was it like, just how was the transition, going from the Olympics, performing on television, just performing on television again? Just what was it like carrying everything over to the show?
This show is definitely way different than the Olympics, that's for sure, because the Olympics you do one routine just over and over again and just kept getting scored and past each level or each round. And this, you're doing a different routine every week. There's people leaving every week, and I definitely grew more relationships in this show than the Olympics, so they're just so uncomparable, but they're both amazing.
Awesome. And was it intimidating when you find out you'd be dancing with an Olympian?
No, I didn't even know until the other day, 3 days ago, but now I'm intimidated and I'm kind of scared to dance with her.
Such a liar. He's such a liar.
But no, it's actually, I'm really proud of her. That's awesome. That's honestly so cool.
Thanks, soccer player.
Very nice. Can you just tell us a little bit about the routine you guys did tonight?
We did jive, and it was very energetic, very bouncy, very tricky with a lot of lifts. But good thing I have a strong partner here with abs for days. So sorry, is that allowed? Okay. But yeah, I don't know. It was a lot of fun.
I think jive. Yeah, none of us have ever done jive before, and I think it's a really fun genre of dance. And I'm telling everyone this. I now want to be a jive dancer. It's seriously so fun. And it's really cool. It's hard. It's definitely hard, and endurance is a big key to the dance. But it's really cool.
Now, if you guys, take everything home at the end of the season, where would you guys like to take your dance careers?
To New York. I would love to be in New York. I've always wanted to be in New York. So, yeah, just hopefully tapping over there and seeing my name in lights or something like that. In a playbill, maybe. I don't know, somewhere. Seeing my name somewhere.
Well, I'm obsessed with California. I always have been. So I've always planned out to move here after school. So that's my next step after the show is to move out here, and I literally want to do everything. I just want to do everything once and see what my favorite was and then go back to that. So we'll see how it goes.
Thank you guys very much. A liner again. Say your names and you're watching Fan Lala. Yep.
I'm Alexis Giuliano.
And I'm Nico Greetham.
And you're watching Fan Lala.
Perfect. Thank you guys very much. To meet you.
Sweet. Awesome. I'm good to go.
All right. Now, can you give us a rundown of your dance tonight, your style, and just what the theme was tonight?
All right. Well, we were hobos. So we could be crazy, we could be happy, we could be sad, we could be hungry. We could really do whatever we want to.
Yes.
Our piece was to like add our own character as well as do the steps. So we got to be crazy hobos.
What inspired the idea tonight? Like, it was probably one of the most standout dances tonight. Who came up with it, and how did it evolve throughout the week that you guys were working on?
Well, Tice gave us the concept of being hobos under a bridge, and we're kind of waking up, and we're just like, this is our normal day, and we kind of had to show the audience what we do in our normal day as carefree homeless people who, can really just be free. I feel like the concept more of it was freedom, and just you can do anything you want to do, and you can have fun, when you just have nothing but time on your hands, and you don't have any obligations to be somewhere or do something besides make yourself feel good. And I feel like that's exactly what we did, and we just brought the character to it, so it wasn't such a downer. It was definitely more of an uplifting piece. And we got to find a lot of humorous moments within it, and it just worked out. And I feel like it's always because of our chemistry. We can always feed off each other and look to each other for something we need to pull out of ourselves more, especially me. Especially me watching you, and I'm able to pull more out from you. So it really does help having a partner like Amy.
Yeah, I could say the same, really.
Now, you guys had amazing chemistry. I love the very end when you guys just went limp. And what would you guys like to work on next? For upcoming dances. What dances would you like to do?
I might want to work on my ballroom just a little bit, just in case that pops up again. Because I remember Mary did say about my shoulders, so I have to learn to be more relaxed. And in this competition, things can pop up again. So hopefully, boom, I'm ready. I've done my homework and practice and ready for ballroom. But I'm really interested in doing possibly another contemporary piece, because I really did like the last night we did with Sonia, and that would be awesome to do something similar to that.
Yeah, totally.
Now, after everything's all said and done, what would you guys like to do? Continue on with dancing? Would you like to go on tour with somebody? Would you like to do dance teaching, something like that? What do you want to do after the dance is over?
There's so many possibilities. I want to keep every door open. I want to go on tour with someone, most likely Beyonce. That would be my dream. But performing, teaching, whatever I can do to keep dancing, because that's what my passion is, and I want to share that with anyone I come in contact with.
I want to say definitely performing in any way possible, whether it is on tour, on a TV show, in a movie, any type of, maybe a music video awards, BET, anything that has to do with me on stage dancing and connecting with the audience. I wouldn't deny it. I would definitely take it.
Awesome, perfect. And how has your dancing evolved since you guys started on the show?
Well, I think our chemistry and our communication with each other as a partnership is what really has grown, because we're first thrown into this partnership and we're I don't know who this person is really. And then we start to learn how to work. We have both different work ethics. You don't know. But then we ended up learning that we are extremely hard workers, both of us. So it ended up working in our favor, and we've learned to give and take. I think that's what it is. That's the biggest thing, is the giving and taking, and being able to accept corrections and give corrections, and and not be so they're picking me apart. It was we actually have learned to be better dancers because we've been together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Well, that's everything that I had. So if you guys could just take the mic, look into the camera, say names, and you're watching Fan La La.
Fan La La. Okay. I'm Amy Yankama.
And I'm Duchamp Fiction Stiegel.
And you're watching Fan La La. Fan La La? Fan La La. Fan La La.
One more question. Where did the name come from?
Fiction came from when I was in high school. I'm sorry, do you mind if I take the mic?
Yeah,
that was okay. Fiction came from when I was a sophomore in high school, and it was a friend of mine that I met. He was a dancer, and at this point in time, I was already dancing a lot, and a lot of people see me dance, and they always give me some of the same comments about how when I move, it looks unreal. And it so happens that the friend that I met, he said the same thing, and he had a dance name. And I asked him, I was like, dang, I really want a dance name. How do I get one? He's like, well, we should come up with one. He was like, well, what do people say? And I was like, I don't know. What do you think? And he's like, when you dance, it kind of looks like your bones are connected, or it's not real. And I was like, okay, so can we make something out of that? And he's like, yeah, how about fiction? And
And I was just like, fiction? What? That's kind of. I was kind of against it at first, but then at the end of it grew on me. So, and now this is what people know me as, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, I shorten it to fiction. Or fic, sorry, fic.
Fake.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Really like